Good evening, everyone. It is Friday, September 20th, and we are at an amazing building called the Organization of American States. So the OAS is a collection of Latin American countries, including the amazing country of Belize. And so we are in this very, not ancient, but this building has history to it. So I talked to a program officer here at the OAS building who kind of gave me a little bit of the history behind this. So really quickly, this OAS building was designed between 1910 to 1912, if I'm getting my history facts right, by two architects, a French architect and an American architect. And so as we kind of walk through the building together, we will try to see evidence of a lot of European architecture like in the ceilings, and then also specifically like on the murals on the inner hall, which are very fascinating. So it reminds me a lot of the Library of Congress, which is very interesting because the mural design has specific elements to it, like with, for example, the ceiling engravings. So today is a very special day because it is technically the 43rd it's the 43rd celebration of Belize's Independence Day, which is very interesting. And so personally, I've spent some time in Belize. I think I spent 4 to 5 months on a summer internship like over there when I was way younger. And it was an amazing country to be in. And just to kind of explore like Blue Cove as an example, Belize is a country that has a lot of, like, despite being a young nation, because in their history, they had independence literally like 43 years ago, I think, if I'm getting my history right. So forgive me if there's anyone from Belize watching this. I'm still very new to like the country and like also the history. But 43 years, the 43rd Independence Day today, that's why we're here in this OAS building, which is like very cool. And then I also get to show you the OAS building and then the 43rd Independence Day celebration for Belize, which is so cool. So the reason why the music in the background, as you can probably hear, is going on because in the inner hall, which is what I'm pointing to right now in the distance, that is where the main celebrations are. So the diplomatic staff, the ambassadors of various countries, and then I'm in the annex because I don't have a mic, so I need to kind of talk to the camera without the music. So the OAS building has 2 floors, which you'll see as well. So the first floor contains a very interesting tree, and actually, I think I can show you it. So, oh yeah, you can probably see it from here actually. So let me walk you through it. So the OAS building is very special. So the fact that you can actually see this is very interesting indeed. So let me show you. So we are walking down the 2nd level right now, which is very interesting. So in the middle of this courtyard on the 1st floor is a very special tree. And so this is what they call the peace tree. So let me flip this around. So this is, I apologize for the lighting, so you probably can't see it too well, but that is what they call the peace tree. So, and then this is Belize, Grab Life, that's Blue Cove, I think, which is like pretty cool, and then it's closer than you think. So, let me flip this around really quickly. So this is called I'm pointing to the tree right now, and I apologize for the lighting. I didn't bring any extra accessories like with me because the lighting is a little dim in the OAS building. So hopefully the low light settings on this camera can help with that. So this is called the peace tree, and so it was planted by President Taft, I believe, who is the president that planted this tree. And this was planted like a long time ago, and so the OAS building has been around for a while, and then this was like also growing as well at the same time. I'm probably getting like kind of the history a little bit messed up from what I can remember, but that's what I remember like with the conversation. So hopefully all of that's correct. So let me walk you through kind of the Belize celebration. And so the music is kind of blaring in the background, so I can't talk to the camera. But I'll also kind of take you maybe on the 1st floor if we're allowed to as well. The lighting will be terrible, but I figured you'd want to see it regardless. So without further ado, happy 43rd birthday, Belize! right, so part 2 of exploring the OAS building while I have the chance, like with y'all here. So that was the inner hall of the OAS building. So fun fact, they have a lot of diplomatic attachés that go to events like that, which is like pretty cool. So right now I'm walking down the stairs like in the OAS building. It's a lot of gorgeous architecture, which is like very cool. And so I'm hoping I can show you the peace tree, which is like very cool. So we have a Belize celebration here, which is like very cool. It's pretty cool. And then this, oh my god, wow. Are we allowed to explore the first part? Oh, thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah. Showing them the peace tree, which is amazing. So I remember coming to, you probably can't see me too well, but whatever. I remember coming here about a year ago, and this entire courtyard, which is what I'm gesturing at, like in the dark right over here, was full of people because they have a lot of fundraising opportunities in the OAS building. And so I can't show you the mosaics because like it's too dark, but at the same time they have art galleries in the back which we can like quickly kind of show you. So they have, I think they changed it from the last time I was here, and there's actual good lighting here too. So this, oh wait, I don't think they changed this, but so this is, I'm not sure what type of art this is, but I'll show you anyway, which is like pretty cool. So this, if I'm kind of reading this right, so this piece bears no title, symbolizing the millions of enslaved people whose identities were robbed and died anonymously. So again, oh, there we go. Here is some information, which is pretty cool. So this is Vanessa Cran, and this is her work. She's a Haitian artist and well known for her colorful and vibrant acrylic portraits overflowing with emotions. So she's devoted herself to the betterment of the education system in Haiti as a zealous art teacher and administrator. So this, it has to do probably a lot with International Day of Remembrance. I can't zoom in here. This is a little plaque that says like International Day of Remembrance of the Victims of Slavery and the Transatlantic Slave Trade in observance of the International Decade for People of African Descent. So that is some very heavy stuff, but also important artwork with history that you need to be able to remember at the same time. So this is really cool art that literally you would not be able to see if you didn't come to the OAS building. And so it's crazy to me that diplomats, cultural attachés, they are able to experience buildings of history like this, and then also at the same time they get to see such amazing like historical artifacts. And regular like non-diplomats like myself, we get invited to things like this from time to time, but I get to kind of show y'all through YouTube videos, which is so cool. So we have a couple of more art pieces as well. So this is a Riaz Campos, one of the greatest graffiti artists in the north region of Brazil. So this is a pretty cool piece of art right here by him. And then these are pieces of art as well, commemorating the Andean festival, if I'm pronouncing that right. So very interesting artwork, a lot of heavy themes here. With, you know, we have the Haitian diaspora and the transatlantic slave trade on the right. And then on the left, we have cultural expressions, but like also related to history as well. So the OAS building is gorgeous. Like you honestly just can't get over a place like this. There's such history. And this is literally called the Hall of Culture. Let me flip this around. So this is Marcus, you probably can't read that, but Marcus Garvey, and then I'm assuming that could be him, I'm not exactly sure, but this is known as the Hall of Culture. And this, you probably can't see it because the lighting is not exactly the best, but over here is the peace tree, which is planted by William Taft. Don't ask me the date, I forget. And then we have a gorgeous fountain in the middle, which is amazing. And so they have meetings in this place, which is so cool. North American, and then I don't know if you can tell like the plants, but this is so cool. Oh my god. I'm so glad that I brought the camera with me because I get to show you this incredible, there was a leaf over here that I swear that wasn't me. But this incredible just place of history, and I get to share it with y'all. I'm just happy. That's all. And then you probably can't tell, but the ceiling, it's almost like a greenhouse. And then the Organization of American States, here, let me move into the light. The Organization of American States, they have their own flag. So you probably won't be able to see it because the lighting here is a little too dim, but it's like a greenhouse. Just imagine that. So those are kind of the main things to show you in the OAS building. I hope you really appreciate the sense of history that's in a place like this, because we have two distinct styles of architecture with the French architect and the American architect. And so, fun fact, this building was, well, built for specifically, I believe so it's the predecessor to the OAS, Organization of American States, the Latin American Bloc, if I'm not mistaken. That's what they were called. And so this building was built to have meetings through the Latin American Bloc, which is pretty cool. And then they evolved into the OAS, similar to how the League of Nations became the United Nations. So this is like super cool. And then I'll show you some like interesting artwork. This appears to be like a very virgin sheet of riveted and welded stainless steel. That's so cool. Not bad. Not bad at all. And then we have busts, statues of probably famous leaders. And then obviously you have, many different floors. And then here, I'll just kind of like walk you through the hallways really quickly. So some artwork, again, like you walk through this building and it's literally like walking through history. It's such a fascinating place. You see that? Yeah, literally. That's so cool. And the fact that I can share this with y'all is even better. Sorry about the flipping the camera back and forth, but it's pretty cool. And then, so this is the entrance to the OAS building. We have many different flags on the right, on the left, which is like pretty cool. So we have flags. And then we have the whole kind of just ceiling, which is like super cool. So let's go back to the main hall. I was going to say one other thing, but I forgot because there's just so much information that I learned in a short period of time. So one more thing about the walls. So the walls have, the walls have like specific designs on them, similar to the Library of Congress, as like etchings of arts for creative expressions. So anyway, that is all I wanted to show you. So for any Belizeans watching, happy 43rd Independence Day. And I also got to show you the OAS building, which will be the next YouTube video as well. So with that, I will see you later. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more content. See you next time.